Hey there everybody, and welcome back to more Pikmin. Today, this is my 6th take of day 6. Let's go! I'll just say things as need be. I'm actually quite frustrated because this is my actual 6th take of this day. And something different goes wrong each time. The first 2 times it was a crash, actually. The game crashed, and I've never had that happen before. For reference, I do play this on Dolphin. I own every game that I play, but I do play this on Dolphin. And the game just kind of crashed on me. It was really strange. Anyways, starting off today, we're going to go and take out some things really fast in this direction. I'm going to worry about the other parts over there later. Gonna put a bunch of Pikmin on taking out this wall. That's 43 Pikmin. Yes, that's 43 Pikmin. And, no. Right over here, an iridescent flint beetle spawns in, starting on day, I think, 5. These guys respawn every few days, and they're still the bane of my existence. Throw a bunch of Pikmin on this. I forgot to get the extraordinary bolt before. Well, I got it on the actual day 3 video that went up, but when I had to replay day 3, I had to get it again. But I forgot to grab it that second time, so here we are. It's not really that big a deal. It'll get back to the onion, the ship, pretty fast anyways. Come on! What are you guys doing? There we go. Right over here, starting at day 5, that big old Bulborb there will spawn in. He's not really an intimidating sight. He's not a challenge in the slightest. Don't be worried about him. Alright, it should... Yep. That wall is done. Good. Now, you guys... 33. Oh my god, I can't count. Gonna put 5 of you there on that grass. And the remaining 28 on the wall here. There we go. I threw it the opposite direction of what I meant to. Since we got the extraordinary bolt before in the video that went up, I'm just going to skip right through that. Hey, come on, there we go. Teamwork makes the dream work. Let's move, guys, let's move. Now, I still am trying to handle this as relaxed as I can, but at the same time, I want to actually get through day 6. There we go. Get as many flowered Pikmin as you can, blue Pikmin preferably. Others count, but they are lesser. Oh, of course. What you're seeing over there is the second aspect of sheer grubs that makes everyone hate them even more. They will destroy the bridges you've been working on. On top of the male sheer grubs in this game being an insta-kill for every Pikmin that gets in its jaws. It can only get one at a time, so thank goodness. But anyways, Geiger counter. This noisy gauge is always letting off spontaneous clicks and buzzes. It can be kind of annoying. I have recovered 12 out of 30 parts, increasing the dolphin's capabilities. My search can now cover a wider area. This is always super exciting to me, and it shouldn't be as exciting as it is, but it is genuinely very exciting. I love it when the dolphin gets upgraded. There we go. You guys do you. Finish that bridge soon. Yeah, the sheer grubs will actually take out bridges and fairly fast. They're a concerning thing to go against. Alright, that should be the bridge. If it's not, color me surprised. Yep, it's the bridge. Good. Come on, you guys. Move faster. My second ulterior motive of this day is to raise up as many blue Pikmin as possible. Thankfully, that gets easier the more days go on. As you've noticed, more and more enemies will spawn in by the day, and that is really useful for raising up Pikmin. Alright, now that we have a bunch of flowered blue Pikmin, we can take these guys out. Come on now. Kill them while they're young so they don't end up becoming Wollywogs. As you know, the worst enemy in the game. Awesome, we managed to get them all. And now that you have all of them dead, they were really just kind of something I wanted dead. Throw up all the blue Pikmin over here to work on this bridge. 40 blue Pikmin should get it done in about a minute or so. There is another way to get this part that I will say right now. See this gap right here? You can actually cover this gap barely with yellow Pikmin. So if you throw a bunch of yellow Pikmin over here, or if you drop off right here with a bunch of yellow Pikmin and continuously whistle them, you can actually call them up over here and only lose some of them and throw them up onto the bridge there. The reason I say yellow Pikmin is because red Pikmin are generally more useful and you don't want to waste your red Pikmin early on. So that's a thing to keep in mind. Now, we have all these Pikmin here. All 27 of them. I don't know why, but I felt I had more over here. But these 27 Pikmin, we can go over here and finish this wall. Now, I'm not going to go in there and take that thing on until after the others are ready. Does it notice me? Just in case. I don't want to take chances. That is an enemy, by the way, that can kill technically an infinite amount of Pikmin. It's harder for that to happen with that one because it choreographs its attacks very, very well. So you're probably not going to have the issue of it killing a ton of your Pikmin. It's still a chance. Move faster, you guys. We've got a whole half a day left. God, that's not enough time to get technically just one part. Oh god. If Olimar himself is caught under a bridge, he will not die. If Pikmin are in his battalion and they're caught under a bridge, they will still die. Depending, maybe. I remember them dying. I'm not willing to test out if they will. Okay. I found my Sagittarius. My son gave this to me as a present. It brings to mind visions of my son back home on planet Hokitate. Oh, to be back there right now. Well, you're not, Olimar. What are you gonna do about it? Cry? Honestly, if I were in this situation, I would be pretty upset too. I may or may not cry in it. There we go. If I were stranded on a complete... It's like the desert island thing. What would I bring to a desert island with me if I were alone? And the answer is just my tears. I would cry every night. That's too depressing, never mind. Instead, I'd bring a Nintendo Gamecube and no power source. Sagittarius. This was a gift from my son. He must be very worried about me. I have recovered 13 out of 30 parts. If I can find just 16 more, I should be able to increase my ship's capabilities. Move it faster, you guys, faster. Andale, andale. Now, with our powers combined, we have a total of 100 Pikmin in the field. It's very literal. I'm not going to quote Captain Planet. Alright. Now, there's not many Pikmin here that need flowering. Come on, you guys, group up. Oh, whatever. It's not like it matters a ton, it just matters if I get the parts back faster. Anyways, this is a boss. He is invulnerable on everything except for his squishy gooey insides. And you know how you attack his squishy gooey insides? By doing exactly what I just did. I'm honestly progressing way too fast. So I'm saying words faster than animations have time to carry out. Turn around, you turd. Yeah, when he's about to attack, he will inhale through the little orifice on his head, which I can only assume leads to his lungs or something. Or maybe it's just to launch a jet propulsion rock. Either way, this is the armored cannon beetle. In the second game, you actually encounter its larvae and only its larvae. It is never seen. Anyways, let's interact with the radiation canopy. This turns the harsh radiation of deep space into soft infrared rays that are easy on the body. I'll sleep like a baby once this gets back on the ship. It takes 30 Pikmin to carry it back. It takes 50 to carry it back quickly. So, you know exactly how I am, and I'm impatient, and I'm just going to carry it back as fast as humanly possible by putting all of my Pikmin on it. Oh, I can't wait for Pikmin Mobile. I wonder if they have things like that in Pikmin Mobile. I haven't seen any of the screenshots or anything. I want to experience it. Really? I want to experience it firsthand. Come on now. Get on the... There we go. Pikmin Mobile looks like a lot of fun, and it's just around the corner. And I am a mega fan of this series, I would say. So, you know. The radiation canopy made it back. Awesome. Radiation canopy. I'll have to inspect it later to make sure it hasn't cracked. I'll be in for even more trouble if I have any radiation leaks. I have now recovered 14 out of 30 parts. If I can find just 15 more, I should be able to increase my ship's capabilities. And that's all the parts in the Forest of Hope. No more. Faster. Faster. It is always a good day when you complete an area in Pikmin. And to top off this good day, we actually still have plenty of time to run around and harvest more blue Pikmin. Wow, that gave me 50 Pikmin. Yeah, I meant to mention that the armored cannon beetle is like pretty much any other boss in the game, and it will give you a large amount of Pikmin upon beating it. It's just that, well, honestly, it's not really a normal topic in conversation, so it didn't really come up. There we go. Harvest! Not of the moon variety, that's later. I do actually really want to play through Harvest Moon. Harvest Moon is such a fun series. I want to play this through the Super Famicom game, of course. I'm a big fan of harvesting plants. Oh, good, he didn't eat them. Oh. Another fine example of if you get them just right. Now, if you have less than 40 blue Pikmin, I actually would not recommend taking on any of the Bulborbs. And the answer for that is, oh boy, simply because I said oh boy because that puts us at 38. It makes them much harder to beat. The reason we got away with that in the in the second day, was because, just gonna demonstrate here. See that? We're not doing nearly as much damage. We are operating at a direct detriment. Let's move. Now, the reason we got away with that on the second day was because we had red Pikmin. Red Pikmin, like I've mentioned before, have a 1.5 times damage modifier. This is a really good damage modifier, even if it doesn't seem like it on the surface. It allows you to kill those Bulborbs really fast, and that is inherently necessary for dealing with them. Come on, stop tripping. We only have so much time. No, go back to bed. I refuse to fight you while you're awake. I only like to beat creatures to Oh god, to death while they're in bed. Come on now. Oh my god, that is a really gruesome thing to say. Let's move. Now, there is something else I mentioned before the day is up. You can actually go over here and fight the burrowing snagrets again. The burrowing snagrets are a really good enemy to fight, especially if you have their weaknesses down to a pattern, because, well, they drop a lot of pellets. You get so many pellets out of a single burrowing snagret, even if it's of a bunch of different types. And that is just a really good way to raise up Pikmin at the end of the day. Don't trip. Yeah, that's something you can do. Not all bosses and not all enemies respawn, but the burrowing snagrets do. So keep that in mind. Move faster. Stop tripping. That flower Pikmin is really carrying the team there for that one. And we end the day with 700 Pikmin. That is a huge success. Why were they so far away? What? Wait, was it like that in the scene too? I wasn't entirely paying attention. That was really strange looking though. I mean, I know we didn't leave any behind. All 100 were in our party. It's just very strange to see them running from a distance to the onion. 6 days since impact. I have managed to increase the range of the dolphin. Looking from the dolphin's portal as it launches ever higher into the sky, I see a vast wetland in the deepest parts of the forest. I shall call it the Distant Spring. I can begin my exploration of it tomorrow. For now, I must sleep. Like Olimar said, tomorrow we'll be exploring the Distant Spring, and oh my god, we have more blues than reds now. Yes! As I've said it before, but red Pikmin are your most useful Pikmin, but blue Pikmin are a strong contender to me because of honest and clear favoritism towards them. They are such a nice shade of blue, aren't they? Anyways, tomorrow we're going to go down to the Distant Spring with our horde of blue Pikmin, and I'll tell you right now, that's going to be their area, at least for the first day. Thank you all, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye.